Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2019 mid-month general readings. Thanks for joining us here today. Welcome to anybody who might be new. Thank you for those of you who continue to follow my channel, your likes, shares, subscribes, for sending in all your comments, feedback, and support. Very grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you to all of my clients out there too, regular and new. For the opportunities to read for you, which keep me so very busy. It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, or you've forgotten the info, you can get a little more info and my contact details by clicking on the description bar of any of the videos I post, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button there. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings in all the main areas of life of all different types and lengths and costs, so there's a few to choose from. And I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact with more info. And scheduling is pretty decent too. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. It is what I do. So I'm pretty diligent about working with people's schedules to get them a reading as quickly as possible, live or recorded. So send me an email if you're interested. We'll go from there. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided. And that's really good for, fast answers to the simpler questions. All right, let's get right into this. This reading is for the air sign of Libra for the remainder of January 2019. So we're looking at the last half of January here. As most of you know, general readings will always resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know your rising and moon sign, watch those videos as well. Okay, Libra, let's see what's in store for you for the last half of January. We begin with the Nine of Cups. Great way to begin. Followed by the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Pentacles, and from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy, focus, and guidance for the remainder of January 2019 is the Tower. I know a lot of people tend to kind of clench up when they see the Tower, and it's often because of, the artwork displayed on this tarot card. It represents a life-changing, or potentially, it's a game changer. It represents some unexpected thing coming in, some unexpected event or happening coming in that totally shakes up something that you thought was a certain thing. A lot of people don't like to see the Tower card because often, not always, but often it represents the breaking down or dissolution of something you thought was solid, stable, and reliable. But it can also represent positive things as well, coming in a completely unexpected way, like if you won the lottery or something like that. That represents, something that's really going to change your life. It can also represent the unexpected breaking down of a belief system in either a challenging, again, or a positive way. But the thing is in terms of this being something which impacts your life in a very negative or challenging way, and the thing about the Tower card, Libra, the key to understanding and utilizing the energy of cards like the Tower card or death, or cards which represent the ending of something which has been there for quite some time, this is divine timing and orchestration. This represents that whatever is being shaken up or broken down, it's time to. That's what divine timing and orchestration is all about. It's God, Spirit, your angels, and guides, which we have no control over. As you can see, it's symbolized by a bolt of lightning. So whatever is being broken down or, revealed to be not reality anymore moving forward needs to happen. Sometimes when this represents the breaking down of something we don't want to say goodbye to or we don't want to end, typically preceding this card we've had opportunities like maybe a negative toxic relationship that is not going to achieve healing, or a job which we're really miserable in. Usually there's been opportunities for us to make changes ourselves or bring something to an end ourselves, but we have a reluctance and a resistance to doing things that we're familiar, leaving things we're familiar with. And so at a certain point, because It's absolutely not meant to be part of your karmic path anymore moving forward. Divine energies will come in to implement this change. The thing is that looking at the rest of your cards, they look and feel quite positive. So I'm going to pull a couple of clarifying cards for this Tower. The Knight of Pentacles, a very tangible offer or opportunity coming in, followed by the Ace of Swords, the sudden revealing of a new perspective, a new truth, new information coming in. Oh, so Libra, I'm feeling right now that something is occurring in the last half of January. And of course, general readings, timing is always fluid anyway, and never more so than in a general reading. So some of you, this may occur a little earlier in January. Some of you, it may be occurring a little later in January. But what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling right now is that there is an offer coming in, which is some kind of offer coming in, which is completely and totally unexpected. I feel like some of you, and it's interesting because I got this energy for Capricorn in a kind of a different way. I feel like some of you are getting a marriage proposal or an offer of that sort, which of course would be a total game changer. But I'm feeling like this sense of total shock and unexpectedness because perhaps you have been, because perhaps those of you who are receiving this proposal or this offer, regardless of whether it's marriage or otherwise. I feel like some of you have gotten a marriage proposal. So I'm going to use that example. It's regardless of how this resonates in your life, this proposal coming in, perhaps you've been dating somebody who had an ideology about marriage, you know, even though they perhaps were loyal and faithful and believed in lifelong or long-lasting relationships, marriage just was not on their radar. It was something maybe they'd had some negative experiences with, and you just knew that this wasn't going to be forthcoming from this person, and out of the blue it comes. Maybe I have this feeling that there may have been some difficulties perhaps in the relationship before, and that it was getting to a point where maybe the other person realized if they weren't willing to kind of face their fears and walk into this, that they were going to lose you. And so that's why this proposal kind of came, but it's a complete shocker to you. But in a really beautiful, blessed way. Of course, even the most positive of shocks like this can have, you know, consequences of things that we have to deal with around that. You know, like maybe you win the lottery or something like that. I'm not really seeing that, but some of you may be winning some money or having some unexpected money coming in. You win the lottery, which is a tremendous, positive, lovely thing, and gives you freedom that you didn't have before and choices you didn't have before. But there's a lot to deal with around getting it and managing it, and where do you put it, and maybe people kind of coming up and asking for money, and you know, all of this other stuff that might not be so pleasant to deal with. So every change, no matter how positive, comes with these challenges. But I feel like this one really comes out of the blue. For some of you, it might be a job offer that came out of the blue that looks really wonderful, but it's going to require a complete and total reshuffling of your life. I mean, you do have the Ace of Pentacles too, which is tangible new beginnings, which can often represent moving, relocating. You know, maybe you get a job offer coming in that from out of nowhere, you just knew you weren't going to get this job or something, and all of a sudden you do, and it requires, you know, you moving to another country or, you know, something of that sort. So there is this tangible offer or opportunity coming in, and whether it's in the emotional realm, like under relationships, or whether it's job, work, and career, something of that sort, it produces this wonderful, beautiful, celebratory energy. This is the wish fulfillment card. It's funny, it's sometimes I've heard it referred to as winning the lottery card. Your cup's overflowing, and sharing that and celebrating that with friends and family and everybody around you, because you have this sense of abundance, of overflowing abundance, and you want to share it. So some of you, it may definitely be, you know, financial abundance coming in really unexpectedly out of nowhere. there's this, it's an offer coming in, and this offer, while it may be emotional in nature, you know, like a marriage proposal, or let's move in together or something like that, there's a lot of this earth energy surrounding it, which means if it's not precisely about money, money could be involved in it somehow, especially if you're getting married, it will make a difference in a new beginning in your day-to-day practical life. So it's quite lovely. I feel like for the majority of you, maybe not everyone, but for the majority of you, this Tower card energy, whatever this represents in your life, is a wonderful, beautiful thing, even though there may be some inconveniences and headaches or details you have to deal with around it. So the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. So there's this lovely, abundant, celebratory energy. The Six of Pentacles is the tit for tat card. It's a card of equality, mutual beneficence, a relationship where there's equal love, equal admiration, equal affection on both parts. It's equal giving and equal receiving. Sometimes it can represent being the recipient of a gift, and sometimes it can represent, you know, being the one to do the giving. And it can also represent that whatever this event is coming in that's so unexpected, like a bolt of lightning, it could be coming as a karmic result, or as karmic energy of you putting in a lot of effort, you giving a lot. I feel like for a lot of you, I mean, all of these cards, you know, you have the wish fulfillment card, one of the strongest wish fulfillment cards in the tarot, with the Six of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you, something is coming into you over the last half of January or so, time always fluctuating a bit. Something is coming in, which is, I mean, if any of you do win the lottery, you know, let me know, because it's, if it's not something like that, I feel like for you, in whatever area of your life this resonates in, it is the equivalent of winning the lottery, and it's coming in unexpectedly. But I feel like behind it, even though you weren't expecting it, I feel like behind it there's some kind of karmic fueling of it that has to do with what you've given in the past leading up to this. So very interesting. At or towards the end of January, it's so powerful. Like, I feel like it's just coming in and blowing you right away. So at or towards the end of January, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, here is the tangible new beginnings. Aces usually represent well, they represent the number one, so they represent the start of something new, a new path, a new beginning, or the opportunity for that, moving, relocating, starting a new job, receiving perhaps sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can represent receiving an unexpected source of money or resources that enable you to have a tangible, practical, visible new beginning in your life too, and it's right next to the Nine of Cups. I mean, it could be for some of you, you get that dream job offer out of nowhere, maybe moving, relocating, or here is this financial abundance that is what you wanted. It's more than what you wanted or needed. It's, you know, your cups are overflowing. Perhaps some of you, it might require moving or relocating as well. Some of you, you know, this might be the marriage proposal or moving in together, which of course is a tangible new beginning too. But I feel like it's coming in towards you. It's like this tremendous, unexpected gift. Now, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles is the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of reflection and assessment over what you have currently, what the harvest is currently, taking a look at, you know, what your all of your hard work and investment have gotten you. We're at the Seven here. Tens represent completion. Sometimes the Seven of Pentacles can represent, you know, that a certain situation, a job or a relationship or something of that sort has gotten to a certain point, maybe gotten stuck there, and you're wondering, you know, should I make changes? Should I leave this and go because I really want it to get to completion, to the Ten of Pentacles? So what do I do based on the efforts I've put into this so far? And that's sitting right next to the Six of Pentacles, which talks about mutual giving and mutual receiving. These are the clarifying cards. So, you know, on top we have this Nine of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles. So definitely there's some kind of unexpected windfall coming in, regardless of what area of your life that it's coming in, whether it's actual money or property or love or something of that sort. And while it's karmic, it's totally divinely timed and orchestrated coming in, I also feel like for a lot of you, there's a karmic balance. It's partially karmically fueled by the efforts that you have put into your life or put into this thing previously or leading up till now. Sort of, I guess you could look at it as kind of a reward, but I really kind of hate to say that, God's rewarding you, or, Spirit is rewarding you karmically, because I don't believe in divine energies and divine entities as scorekeepers. But what karma really is scales balancing. It's evenness, it's balance, which the entire universe was created on, this balance. And when one thing gets out of balance, eventually other things get out of balance too. So karmic energy, when we say what goes around comes around, it represents that if you're doing something really terrible over here, and the result of that, you may get something that you want out of it. Somewhere, maybe even in another area of your life, there's going to be a pretty drastic karmic catastrophe or something being removed from you, because those scales have to be balanced in some way. So always the advice is to kind of walk through life just doing the best you can, trying to be the most decent person you can, personal honor and integrity here. So it definitely feels like there's this karmic influence here because of what you have given or what you have devoted of yourself. Beautiful, beautiful, powerful reading, Libra. I cannot wait to hear the feedback on this reading, on what this unexpected windfall of one kind or another is coming in for you. I'm very excited. Just kind of looking at it almost takes my breath away. So Libra, that pretty much wraps up your January 2019 mid-month general reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, because I did. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I do love and romance, of course, relationship compatibility readings, reconciliation potential. I do career work and finance, as well as investment readings, and 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over a 6 or 12-month period, which people order all during the year, but they're particularly popular between November and February as we transition out of one year and into another. So something for you to consider. You can get all of that, you can get that contact info by clicking on the description bar of any of the videos I post, or you can go to my channel's homepage and click on the little About button there. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the February 2019 general readings. I hope you all have a continued good transition into this new year, 2019. I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life always, Libra. And I will see you all again soon. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.